This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world. I'm Bruce. And I'm Jody. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, we go. All right, here we go. What's up, Bruce?
Hey, Jody. How's it going?
Going pretty good. Enjoying the AC. I don't know. You might hear some fans blowing in the background, but I can't live without it today. So
Totally.
we're all gonna have to live with a little bit of noise.
Blisteringly hot out here. Yeah, I've got a vent right above me. So, in professional podcasting fashion, I've got wind blowing right down onto the microphone. But it's kind of been that way for a long time in our episodes on my end. So nothing different.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's 100. It was like, what was it? 108 or something the other day. And
yeah,
still going to be 100 and something today. So
Yep.
The world is on fire as usual.
Yes.
So,
yeah, multiple days in the hundreds in the Pacific Northwest is a new and different thing. So
yeah, move to the Pacific Northwest for moderate weather, they said.
Right. Right. Yeah. So last week was a whole lot of fun. We did the body positive block party from Chub Hub PDX, and if you listen to that, then you got to hear us together again, live, and a lot of people coming up to the table to ask about.
It was fun. I don't normally listen back to the entire episode,
right?
But I was like, I want to hear how that sounded, and yeah, it was fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was really cool, and that was a great time, and it really made me think about how important having community is,
Absolutely.
And like, if you are interested in anything like that, you should definitely look around your area, see if there are body positive, fat positive, whatever kind of groups that are doing different things, because chances are there's something out there, and it might be small, but it is well worth it, well worth your time. And just, it was so cool to see so many people come together to this thing. And so that, I don't know that we really explained a lot during the last episode of what we were doing there. It was a block party, but it was also like there were vendors, a bunch of tables out with body positive businesses kind of selling their wares, talking about their services. There was everything. It was from clothing, and I think there was food being sold. And then to we were next to, I think, a palm reader or tarot.
Yeah, she was some kind of, or they were some kind of fortune teller. I couldn't, because they were looking at stuff I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was tarot. We spoke briefly when I was getting set up, and and then I know there was body positive waxing, a bunch of different things like that. And Beth at Chub Hub PDX, who is also our one and only special guest on Heavy Conversation, did a great job and really put something together that I think was much needed here, because Portland is a very fat positive place. A lot of cool people here.
It's surprising how many different businesses or organizations or whatever are here. And so when you see them all come together, you're like, wow, this is really amazing.
Right. And there really hadn't been much to pull them together in this way. And so thanks to Beth for doing something really cool. And I'm excited for next year.
Hopefully they do that again next year. And I'm going to try and see if Bearskin can do something with that block party.
Absolutely. So I'll say, for my experience with having Chubstr there and having a table, I learned very quickly that that I need to have a better presence and have things kind of set up more. I got back into town 2 days before the whole thing was supposed to happen, and so I thought, okay, well, I can grab all these things and get this stuff together. And apparently companies, these printing companies, need a lot more time to print out the things that I wanted. So there's a lot of DIYing to make it work. And so, we did a giveaway, had a bunch of Chubstr stickers, and was offering to measure people, give them
Yep.
their
Yep.
measurements. And so I'll say with that, the idea is the thing that we always talk about is that there's no universal standard for measurement. So I'm a 1x to a 6x, depending on where I shop. So
Yep.
having your actual measurements makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
So I had cards and I wanted to get them printed, and I couldn't get them printed soon enough. So I got the card stock, printed them myself, realized they needed to be cut. I was like, you know what? I'll just cut them when I get there. So got to the thing, set up, started cutting them with the scissors, and man, did they look horrible. But it worked. And so I had a measuring tape, and I was like, okay, well, I'll get people their measurements. Not really remembering how I'm not trained in that.
Right.
And I think the last time I was measured was when you measured
Yep.
me for a
Oh, that
Chubstr
was like
feature.
a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so we've got things on the website that kind of tell you this is how to do it and here's how you go about
I mean,
it.
it's kind of it's not like a exact science, but it's like there's definitely some training, and over the years of being at DXL, you get a little trial and error. You got to pull this a little tighter. You got to, measure them from the side, not right up in their like when you're doing
Yes.
their waist, you don't do it in the front because then you'd be all up in their business. You do
Right.
it on the side, and
Right.
yeah, and exactly like where the positioning is too can matter. And
Yes. And so luckily it was so hot that really nobody wanted their measurements
yeah.
except for one person. And uh, there was a female person. And luckily I had asked my wife about, measurements, thinking, okay, well, if somebody else with a different body type comes up, how am I going to do that? And so you talked about the measuring from the side and everything.
Yep.
And so they came up and were like, oh, measurements. Okay, I'll do that. And they picked up the measuring tape, and I was like, oh, you're going to do it yourself? And they were like, no, you can do it. And I was like, oh God, just like, I'm not prepared for any of this. It wouldn't have mattered who came up. I just was not, like, oh, I'm going to mess this up and give somebody the wrong measurement. And so we went through and they helped me kind of, get the tape around where it needed to be. So we got the measurements. I had it flipped to the other side,
The centimeter side,
the centimeters. And so I'm like, that's not right.
That seems wrong.
Yeah. So had to flip it over.
You're
got
a 400 and
right. Got the neck, and that was good. And I was like, okay, yeah, that works. 17. That's about right, because I got about a 19. So
yeah,
that feels like in the realm of where these things might be. Then, kind of did the bust, and and I mean, I don't know, women's clothing chest measurements at all. So it was some of that I was kind of like, okay, and so I'm writing these things down on the card. And or they were actually writing them down after I tell them. And so I'm like, okay, that looks right. And and then we're like the waist, people wear their, is it the real waist?
Ask them, where do you wear your pants or whatever. Yep.
Totally. And
you
so
gotta measure there.
Yeah. So
that was always the thing. It's like, do you wear them on your belly or under your belly?
Right.
You gotta pick up your belly so I can measure underneath there.
So we got through virtually unscathed, and I did one of those, but a lot of people took the cards because they saw the value in that. So definitely going to be more prepared and really have that whole process down, because I think there's real value in just doing that. And doing more live events. It was fun. It was a lot of fun to do that and get to talk to people. And you can hear that in our last episode, where we kind of talked to people, and a lot of people have a lot of interesting things to say. So it was very cool.
Yeah. So go check it out if you haven't already.
Yes.
It's an interesting episode for sure.
Definitely. So before we jump into our topic, we should probably break out our beers.
Okay. What do you got?
So I am in the process. I'm almost done, like, liquidating everything in the beer fridge. I've kind of gotten through. I've got a couple beers in there that I've had for like a year or so.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah, I know. There's an Oktoberfest that's in there, and I'm like, well, we're almost back to Oktoberfest.
Yeah, we're almost there again.
I'll just save that. So I am drinking a Hofbrau Dunkel, which, yes, I have had before, but
I know, I think
you know, it's a good one. It is one of my go-tos for sure. It
Is
is
it the gold?
it is just the
Oh yeah,
Dunkel.
yeah.
Yeah. And it is a dark Munich specialty, it says. Brewed according to the German purity law, which is like you can only have like 4 things in your beer, something like that. And yeah, dark specialties were being made in Bavaria long before the advent of pale beers. Over the years, Hofbrau Dunkel lost nothing of its popularity. With a rich flavor, it remains a refreshing beverage suitable for all occasions. A traditional Munich deliciousness. There we go. 5.5%. So uh I already know that I love this one.
Yes, those are good. I also
Yes.
enjoy those.
Mhm.
I always get when I go to Prost, I always get a Dunkel.
Totally.
I
Yeah.
love it.
I know you've got Prost right down the street from your
I
place.
know. I was just thinking, I was like, oh, well, I haven't been drinking much of anything, any liquor or anything after my
Yeah.
trip, and it's been too hot here. So,
Right.
oops, sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. I've just kind of over the last few months, I've really been only drinking on heavy conversation. I don't I don't know what's happened.
Same, same.
It's just like, it's kind of just let up. Unless, we go to a brewery or something like that, I'll
Yeah,
drink a beer, but I'm just like, even when I crack them here at home, I'm just kind of like, I don't
yeah.
know. I'm not finishing them. It feels like a phase, but
Right, right.
but we'll
Well,
see.
it's too
Uh,
hot.
It is. It is.
So I have it's called Meteor Shower Pale Lager,
Mm,
from Ghostfish in Seattle. It's gluten
Ghostfish.
free. It's the 2017 American Beer Festival silver winner. It was a couple years
Wow.
old, but yeah. It's a 4.5. I've never had this one. I don't know that I've had anything from Ghostfish
I've never heard of
Brewing.
them. That's awesome.
Yeah, from Seattle. Oh.
Ghostfish.
Just like distant meteors entering our orbit, this pale lager's flavor radiate with notes of lemon, banana, and bread crust.
Ooh.
Kissed by pearl hops for a lightness and classic floral aroma, light-bodied and malt-flavored. Meteor Shower is built for easy drinking. What was this? Just like a distant meteor entering our orbit, this pale lager's flavors radiate with lemon, banana, and bread. Okay, I didn't know
Yeah,
meteors did that, but
they do. You've never eaten a meteor before?
oh my
Yeah.
god, that reminds me. This is pretty good actually. Have you seen that? I don't know if it's a TikTok or something. There's like, I don't know, an angel maybe, and they're like saying something to God. Oh, I did what you told me with the dinosaurs, and I sent made a meteor or whatever. And then
Yeah.
God's like, you made the meteor like bigger.
Oh.
And then the thing's like, meteor. They're like, no, meteor. Just like a meteor and then
Right.
bigger.
Right. Right. Right.
And then they were just like crying at the end. No, a meteor.
Nice.
Sorry. Brains
Uh,
are weird when they just
they are. They are.
pop in weird things.
If you are interested in our beers, you can check them out on the Heavy Conversation beer list, and you'll see just about everything that we've enjoyed over the years.
Just about.
There are a lot of them. And picture time.
Thanks.
All right. Yes. And so you can check those out, and you can see smiling pictures of us with our beers, or just smiling pictures of us on
Mostly smiling. Yeah.
social media. Yeah. I know we'll have to do a serious face, serious beer face. But
I don't have one of those.
Untapped, the Heavy Conversation beer list. So today we are talking about Good Counsel, which, if you're not familiar, Good Counsel is a company that for years offered a fashion-forward big and tall style box. They're basically kind of like a big and tall personal stylist sort of service that sent out clothes that they made, as opposed to like clothes from a bunch of different places. when they started out, they did, I think, sizes to 10X. Now they do sizes to 8X, which is still a great selection. And earlier this year, they actually flipped their business plan. So basically now, instead of doing the box, they allow customers to shop their entire site and kind of buy whatever they want.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so last week I went through and took a look at what they had to offer, and wanted to see if it's still worth shopping. And I'll spoilers, yes, it is, because they've got a lot of really cool stuff. Something we talk about all the time is the fact that there aren't a lot of stylish or fashion forward kind of big and tall shops, and Good Counsel is really focused on that. And they do offer sizes from medium to 8X, so they've got a lot to choose from on their site. So if you're basically looking for something that's just a little more stylish and a little more interesting, like for summer, for these burning hot days, they have a linen collection, and it's some really good looking stuff. They've got bigger models wearing the stuff, which is also awesome to see. The linen stuff comes in a bunch of different colors, 5 different colors, it looks like. 4, if I could count. But they've got like a linen short. They got this linen short sleeve shirt. I like the green, and I actually like the blue. So one of the models, I love this guy. He's just got like such a unique and interesting look. And he's one of the models in some of the linen stuff, and he looks like a cross between. I've been thinking about this for a couple days.
Okay.
As I was doing as I was writing the article and looking at the site a lot. He looks like a cross between Macaulay Culkin and James Corden. You got the
one in the blue, or which one?
Let's see. Yes, he's the one in the blue.
The light blue or whatever?
Yeah, so he's in the light blue linen. If you go up to like the I don't know what color that is, the off-white, you can see the middle photo. I don't know if you're looking at it on your phone. He's got his hand on his hair. You can really see it there. It's like, okay,
yeah,
I see this.
Okay.
But really compelling. Like, yeah. Anyway, so it's not just linen. They've got all kinds of other things: tops, bottoms, sweats, shorts, and different kinds of fabrics. Also some interesting prints. They've got like a summer collection, and they're doing new collections on a regular basis. So they're actually really thoughtful about what they're putting out and what they're what they're offering. And so they've got this Carlson shirt with like these different colored prints on it, and
and matching shorts.
Yes, with matching shorts, which actually looks great.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and so I'm really digging that stuff. They've got this shirt that's almost it's got kind of a military vibe to me as well. It's a little further down in the list. It's called the Page long sleeve shirt. So, now we're at that point in the year where you're starting to think about fall and think about what you're going to get and going to wear for fall. And they've got the long sleeve and short sleeve stuff. There's a lot to choose from there. One of the things that I really love, and I'm excited for Portland fall and winter, is their sweatshirts. I have been looking for a good sweatshirt that has a specific look for a long time. And I love their like crew neck sweatshirts. I don't know. It's just like, they're so simple. They've got some good colors. They're just really interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, that's just kind of the sort of vibe that I want. I'm really loving there's like a navy, and there's a green one. There's even a pink. There's like a couple sort of pinks. Well, I guess one's a pink, and one's, what is that, a lavender?
I know. I was like, is this lavender?
Yeah.
Like
neutral
like
colors.
Peachy. What is this? What are they calling it? Come on. Lavender. Yep.
Lavender. So yeah. So
lavender, gray, navy, olive, pink, and black.
And they've got hoodies.
Like that lavender.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah, they've got hoodies. They've got some jogger sweatpants in this sweats collection. It's part of the King collection, has like some zippers. that offer a little bit of ventilation and a little bit of extra style there if you
Yeah,
want
they
that
have a
kind of thing.
zipper on the side, the bottom,
Totally.
just to give you a little
Yeah.
something. I like
Yep.
that they do have still like a member pricing. So you become a Good Counsel member, you get 30% off all the products, free shipping, and member exclusive styles. So if you join the membership, it's a little cheaper. Otherwise you can buy things, just one off.
Totally.
And the membership, it looks like is it $30 a month? So
Yes. Yeah. So this membership model is something you see at different places. I think Fabletics does something similar. It's a pretty common thing. And so basically, if you're finding clothes that you like at Good Counsel and you feel like you're all in and you want to buy more, then doing their membership makes a lot of sense. And
yeah,
like you said, Jody, it's 30 bucks a month. It gets you a 30% discount on every product. You get early access to new products. There's members only collections and style tips, which is what Good Counsel was known for initially. You can get those things as well. So yeah, I mean, if you're, it's, I think a lot of guys aren't, they're not wanting to shop around at a lot of different places, but they want clothes that look good on them and fit well and all that. And so doing something like this can be beneficial for some people.
yeah.
So
Well, I think we've said this before. Once you find a brand that you like, you kind of stick with them, and as long as they're giving you options, and the sizing is consistent, you just kind of stick with them. And
totally.
yeah.
One other thing that I really like that they offer, totally changing subject from the membership, is their drawstring chinos. So they've got these like super comfortable draw cord chinos, and basically they look exactly like a chino, but they're as comfortable as a pair of sweats. And so you get that stretch, you get all that comfort, but you actually get a fit that looks like a chino, and that's glorious. So
Yeah, I
I
think
love.
I have a few things from them from a while back.
Yeah.
They have a couple things in here I might be getting.
Yeah.
Like you said before, you're thinking about your fall wardrobe already. I am not, because it's too hot to even be thinking about that, but
Totally.
I'm still thinking about tees and shorts.
Yeah.
That's all I've been wearing lately.
Right.
And I'm like, I need a couple more things because it's still going to be hot for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. And along those lines, Good Counsel does also have t-shirts. They have a whole tea shop if you look at their featured collections. And they've got some of the basics, but then they've got some there's like this short sleeve thermal kind of thing that it has like it's almost like a shirt on top of a shirt sort of look that gives it a little texture. Super comfortable, but it looks like something that you can wear it with anything, and it just kind of adds a little something to your look. I think their tees are well constructed and made to last. So they've got tees, Henleys, they've got polos.
Yeah, they have a really nice selection of Henleys. That's what I was kind of after.
Yeah, and there's like a long sleeve pocket tee. Looks like almost 34 different types of tees to choose from.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the cool thing is they do have photos of different guys with different body types wearing this stuff, so you can see, okay, well, this is how this works on this guy. And they also do a ton of that on their social media. So if you look at, they've got all the links to that at the bottom of their site. You can look at those and see. But yeah, I'm super impressed by what they've done, and I think I think it makes sense, making this change from doing like the style box to actually offering clothes that people can choose on their own and buy. So
well, yeah, I mean, that sometimes it is like you just want a thing, not a whole box of kind of random stuff.
Right. And with the membership, you can cancel it whenever you want. You're not tied into something. If you want to skip a month, you can basically just like cancel it and then restart it, and you're good to go. So yeah, it's good. And it does say that if you want styling assistance, you can still reach out to them and book an appointment with one of their stylists, and they'll talk to you and give you all that good stuff. So yeah.
Nice.
So there we go. So I would say if you are looking for clothes for whatever season, check out Good Counsel, because it's a solid option. And if you want to know more and go in depth, you can read the review over at chubstr.com. It was last week's thing of the week. So it breaks down a lot of details about what you'll find, fit, sizing, featured collections, membership, and all that good stuff.
Nice.
Yes.
Thing of
So
the week.
that's all I got for this week, I think.
Yeah, that's nice. I'm gonna go check them out.
Perfect.
Put a few things in my cart already.
Nice. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try and get back to work on some bearskin stuff. Stay cool.
Yes. Good luck.
Yep.
Yes.
Well,
hopefully it'll be cooler next week when we do this again.
Yes, I think it's starting to come down after today, I think.
Perfect.
All right. Well, thanks everybody.
All right. Thanks.
Bye, Bruce.
Bye, Jody.
Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.